Hi, this is Jordain Queen. Welcome to Everything and Anything, and I'm with
DJ Grammy.
And I'm back, ladies and peeps and everybody. It is Nathan
Ellsworth.
Oh, yeah, we're dropping last names now. All right. That's awesome.
And we would also like to introduce the Summit City cosplayers.
Hello.
Yep. Hello, guys. How are you?
Full disclosure, yeah, I'm a part of that group as well. So just to let everybody know.
Nate
so
just does
yeah,
everything.
Yeah, I'm just a man of many talents and a master of none. So
he's an event coordinator for you guys too.
Yeah,
pretty much. So yeah. So Nathan works with three of her cause and some of the cosplay players. Man, how do you do it?
I just don't know how to say no. That's how it works. I'm like, can you do this? Sure, why not? Because I have no life. Why not? but
You said yes to us.
That's true. I did. You're like, you came to me and you're like, you want to do this? It's a cool idea. I'll be like, yeah, sure, it's a cool idea. Why not? And I'm going, what did I get myself into? But so Jordan, I appreciate you having me on yet again. I enjoy being on, and thanks for having me and my peeps and my friends and everybody on.
Yeah,
so,
you're welcome.
But
no problem.
Spreading the word.
Yep.
So,
spreading that word.
The word is the bird.
The word.
I mean, the bird is the word.
Oh, I don't even have to embarrass you. You can just do it yourself, can't you?
By the way, I want to mention too that Saturday I'm turning 31, so to even add insult to injury.
Yes, because I always remind you that you're older than I am and you're an old fart. So, yeah.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Oh gosh, thank you guys.
Everyone in the comments wish him happy birthday, although no one ever writes in the comment section.
I'll write in the comments.
Yeah, I'll write in the comment section too. Happy birthday, old man.
Yeah, and yeah. Now, FYI, kind of a update from last week. I know Jordan and I were talking about this, but we mentioned that obviously no one wanted to win the Fantastic Beast giveaway. And then David messaged me, not that David, but David messaged me, and it was like, he messaged me and was like, you know what, listen, I won it, but I wanted to give everyone else a chance. I was like, we definitely gave him a chance.
And John, where is that piece of what's the word for it? Propaganda, paraphernalia.
It's in his
trunk.
trunk.
Oh no, promotional. There we go.
Oh my God!
There
You
we
went
go.
through propaganda and paraphernalia.
Of course.
Before you got
This is
there.
promotional.
Not those two.
Yeah, right. And where is that currently, John?
It's in his trunk.
Yeah, it's in my car.
I thought it was hanging up on your room in your wall.
No, we got two.
Oh, you got two.
One of them's
Yeah.
in the trunk.
Yeah.
First, right.
Yeah, because I got greedy and I took two with the same
Right.
poster.
So.
He works at
Nice,
Best Buy, everybody.
nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah. So let's talk about you guys. How'd the AIDS walk go?
It was awesome. I think we should probably introduce ourselves.
Oh yeah, we should.
Yeah, please do.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Hi, I'm Angel, and I do a lot of cosplays, but I mostly do Harley Quinn.
Yes, girl. No.
Yeah. And I'm David. I actually kind of, people would think that I have a split personality because I cosplay both Batman and the Joker.
And
Not at the
sometimes
same
he
time.
cosplays.
Oh,
the
now,
Joker
wait a
dressed as
minute.
Batman.
Yeah. There is a
there's
Bat
one
Joker
time.
I did come up
Yes.
with, and that was for Alamo City Comic Con last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was a huge hit.
Yeah, and you have to do that again. I mean, are you planning on doing that?
Somebody better take
At some
pictures of
point.
that.
I don't
I want
know.
to see it.
I'll show them to you. So
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yes,
great.
yes.
It's
Well,
great.
yeah, I'll have to show it to you. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, the AIDS walk was great. That was
amazing.
our first official event as the Summit City cosplayers,
Yeah.
being back in Fort Wayne.
Yep.
We had free comic book day the weekend before that.
It was a couple of weeks before that.
A couple
Yeah,
weeks before
yeah.
that, but that wasn't like
That
an
wasn't-
official
that wasn't
thing.
an
That was
official
just
event.
mostly us showing up at Summit and like saying, "Love us, we're here."
Yeah.
So
Alright.
We have I guess we're like their favorite cosplayers.
Yeah. I
Right.
guess while we were gone, because we lived in San Antonio for 2 years, and while we were gone, every single free comic book day, people were asking for us. And we weren't here, so it was nice to
It was
to
really
hear
nice
that
to see that
the
we still had a
community
fan
really,
base even though we were gone.
yeah, that the community really was positively
Right.
affected by us being
Right.
here.
Right.
So.
Well,
We're
and, you
back
know,
now.
well, you know, you just moved back. That was a week after you moved back, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the
Yeah,
first
we
Saturday
hadn't
that
even
were
gotten
gone.
unpacked yet.
Exactly.
Right.
I actually
pulled out our
had shown up
costumes.
in my full Batman attire like I have on right now.
Right.
And then
I
Angel
just
was
wanted
hanging
to
out.
relax,
She
man.
just wanted
I
to
had
relax.
just moved.
and people were coming
And
by and they thought, "Where's
They were
Harley
screaming,
Quinn?"
"Where's Harley? Where's Harley? She said she was gonna be here. Where's Harley?" So I literally,
So
in the
she
middle
left.
of the day, left, went
she came
home,
back.
got my costume on, came all the way back
Yeah.
just for
Yeah.
just for those
The
people.
back to the AIDS walk though, John. It was a huge hit, just as far as
Right.
it was a huge opportunity for us just to reach out to people.
Yeah.
Just to be able to enlighten their day, and we also made a really good connection with Positive Resource Connection. at least.
Yes.
So.
I believe I can't remember his last name, but Jeff runs
Markley.
that, and he
Jeff
was
Markley.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And he was just ecstatic to have us
He
here,
was.
and he was he was just his underdog that day.
Oh,
He was
nice.
so awesome.
He was so cute.
Yeah. But, hey, do you have any, Jordan? You have any questions like me or for them or anything like that, or?
I just want to let you guys know that there's a lot of drama that went down recently, but I think we're okay.
Oh, well, that's
think
not what I
we're
meant.
alright.
I meant for.
No, but I want to tell everyone that's listening,
No,
like
no.
that we're
Hey,
all
it's
right.
your show. You can do whatever you want.
It's not like I'm going into detail about what happened.
There you go.
The main point though is that everyone's all right. Okay, the kids
Everyone's
are all
all
right.
right.
It's okay. I still love you. Kind of. No,
I mean,
joking.
I'm trying to think of questions for him at
Yeah.
the top of my head,
Yeah.
but I don't really know.
Well,
But,
do you guys want to know how we got started?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. David, how'd you guys get started?
Okay, so when Angel and I actually first started dating, we started doing cosplay for the Hall of Heroes up in Elkhart, and we
Which
just
is a
really,
superhero museum.
It's the only superhero museum in the world. So, and our friend Alan Stewart, he's a very good friend of ours. We actually
He's the curator.
he's the curator for it, and it's amazing. Just stop by there sometime. It's worth the money. It's like $5
It's only like,
to get in.
what, $5?
Yeah, he's looking to expand.
Yeah. He has a lot of events coming up this year,
He
too, that
does.
we're going to be a part of.
We actually have one not this coming week, but the weekend after on June
3rd.
and it's a
It's
DC
DC
10th
Day.
anniversary.
Mhm.
Also celebrating Wonder Woman, so I think that's
Yeah.
the 75th.
Is it? I'm
Yeah.
sure.
So we went to a Batman 75th anniversary.
It was actually my 6-month anniversary
Yeah, it
present
was.
to him.
Funny
I
enough.
called Alan and I
It
was
really
like, "Do you
was.
like cosplayers?" And he's like, "Sure, come on over."
Ah,
So
nice.
we went. Did
So
we
we
go
showed
as
up.
Joker and Harley?
I went, yeah. You went
Yeah,
as Harley
Joker
I
and
went as
Harley
Joker.
that day, and ever since then it's been like bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
just event after event. We got people calling us, finding
Yeah.
us on Facebook,
Yeah.
asking us to go to things, and that whole year, every single weekend we spent out
something.
doing something for
Yeah.
the community, mostly in Elkhart because that's kind of where we started.
Yeah.
And then we migrated to Fort Wayne because we were like, Fort Wayne is way closer. So
That's where we live.
yeah.
Imagine
So,
that, right?
then we Angel had an opportunity to move to San Antonio, so we got married, and then we moved to San Antonio, and we actually found this group called the Champions of San Antonio by accident. We were over at
We were at a Barnes and
Barnes and
Noble,
Noble.
and we saw Batman walking
Yeah.
around, and I pretty much chased him down.
Yep.
and was like, pictures!
Yeah.
So we found the group, and then one of the girl that was playing Wonder Woman, she walked up to me and she said, and I told them, that we cosplay, and she just like clinged to me and she was like, please, we need more women. So we joined them, and for the 2 years that we were down in San Antonio, we did a lot of stuff down there with the food bank, with
Aid the Silent, which is for the deaf community.
Aid the Silent, yeah.
Okay.
It's an organization that raises money to purchase hearing aids for people.
Yeah.
And we did
There's also the Autism Walk.
Salvation Army. We did the Autism Walk. Just tons and tons of stuff around the city. Lots of reading programs. We went to hospitals around Christmas time and handed out toys to the kids that were there. And it was just a great experience. And we kind of got to see how, and they're an official 501c3 down there.
With the state of Texas.
With the state of Texas.
Yeah.
So we got a taste of what it's like to have that kind of group and to be official. And so when we made the decision to come back to Fort Wayne, we just looked at each other and we were like, I don't know if we can be a 501c3 right away, but we want to take our experiences up here and make Fort Wayne a positive place. So that's what we did. And 2 weeks before we moved, we announced it on Facebook.
I'm sorry. Breaking news, everyone. Breaking news.
Yeah.
And I literally just got a message Facebook message from my mom.
Oh.
And apparently this place called Intellicast called me for an interview.
Intellinet?
Oh!
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, girl.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
If it's all right with you guys, I think I'm gonna
Step out.
Can we stop it real quick?
Well, actually, how about this? We actually have another guest, who's joining us.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Yes. That's awesome. Take good news.
Yeah, I would say it's very good news. But I think what we can do is you can step out and take a phone call, and we can start talking to our next guest.
And where will our next guest be sitting? Where I'm sitting?
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, but what about when I come back?
I don't know. How about I'll step out too? So
Okay.
I'll step out for
Cool.
a little bit. So.
Okay.
All right,
We'll get this worked out, everybody. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
So I'll be stepping out to call this place, and I'll let you know how the conversation goes when it's over. Obviously, I'm not going to divulge too many details, but
Right.
yeah.
Right. Ooh, we're pulling for you. Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'll see you all in 10 minutes or something.
Yep. Okay, all right, so we'll be right back, and we have another special guest coming on next. But when we return with Dave and
Angel with Summit City cosplayers.
Angel.
That's okay. I couldn't remember her name for a few weeks either, so don't worry about it.
I'm just Harley. Just call me Harley.
Harley.
I just go by Harley.
Harley, yeah. Yeah, we will ask more questions, and what walk may they be coming to in the future? Stay tuned.
Hey guys, I'm back. Interruption. Had an interruption. The job place that called me, I couldn't do it because there is no way for me to get there. It's all the way out north.
Yeah.
And I'm all the way down here.
Larg. Yeah, I guess it is kind of northwest out there. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the buses don't go everywhere. I mean, you can take an Uber, but that sounds expensive, and they can't pay enough for that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like 14.
I don't really know if I would trust an Uber, but that's just me.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You got chickens.
Where you going, chicken?
Angel's mom.
My mom did Uber for a while, okay? So.
Well, your mom. No, I'm joking. I'm just kidding. Hey, if you're listening to this, I love you. No.
No, she really is.
Yeah.
Help me.
That's great.
Okay, all right. So, so we're actually going to continue on with our interview.
Okay.
I did a out cue before about a walk that you guys are going to be appearing at.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. There's the autism walk. How about that?
And what dates are those?
What are the dates for those, John?
Yeah, John, what are those?
The Autism Walk is actually on Sunday, September the 10th.
Oh, 10. I thought it was 9.
We're adjusting here. Oh, there. Oh, hey, look, that might help if you do that there, bud. You had to bring the mic up a little bit. Oh,
There
that's
you go.
much better.
For some odd reason, I thought it was the 9th, but that's the Saturday. And then I remembered, oh yeah, the autism walk is on a Sunday, so that's the
Oh.
10th.
Yeah.
When is it? What?
September 10th.
September 10th.
September.
Yep, September 10th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep, and
I will be 26 by then.
Wow, you're so old.
I know.
No, right?
and well, actually, no, wait. I was gonna say Nathan was gonna be 31 also, but that's a little bit too
That's
soon.
2 days before my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh.
So. Yeah. So
you'll
2
still
days
be the
soon.
old man.
By 4 months. By 4 months. Okay.
That's all. Let's bury the hatchet.
But you're still older. So don't forget that.
Whatever, Nathan.
Oh boy. Oh, boy.
So yeah, we are going to be at the Autism Walk in September. Right now we have events going through June and the first part of July. We're going to be part of the Three Rivers Festival Parade,
Yeah.
Canal Days Parade. We've got stuff with Hall of Heroes.
We do have
And-
one that I started talking with Aaron's house not that long ago.
Yes, and we've been trying to get in touch with like Lutheran Hospital to see if we can
See if we
come
can do children's
see the kids.
visits.
Maybe probably around Christmas, I would say.
That's the ball. That's what we're shooting
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
We really like to do that.
Yeah, and we want to get involved with like the food bank here,
Yeah.
and when I know that some churches have food drives and things like that. So
Right.
those are the things that we're slated for right now. Like we said, we just moved back not that long ago, like a month ago. So we're still pretty free in the latter half of the summer and fall, other than the autism walk. So we'll be doing a lot more stuff too.
Right.
And obviously, you guys are busy on social media. Would you like to
Yes.
give your
Angel
Facebook a
is
shout
in-
out?
She's in charge of our social media.
Harley controls the internet stuff. Yes, so we are the Summit City Cosplayers on Facebook, and that's spelled CAUSE.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, how do we spell that? So.
Yeah,
Cause is in we have a cause to do this.
Yes,
Right.
Not
so
cause is in
if
Cause.
you
C-O-
just
C-O-S, yeah.
Right.
C-A-U-S-E instead of C-O-S. Play
Right.
on words because we like to be punny around here.
Yeah, for rain.
Oh, no, that's good. That's great. Yeah,
He'll
'cause
be
it's
here
been
all
nothing
week.
but rain all week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Feel like I live in Seattle.
yeah.
At least I'm not sleepless, though. You know, I've actually never seen that movie.
I never said it's all good. But anyways, do you guys have a website?
We don't have a website yet. I'm
currently.
working on that.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even have internet yet in our apartment, okay? So,
Yeah,
but
another
right
5 minutes for
now,
me. You can use mine.
yeah, right now we're just using the Facebook. That's actually, other than calling us, that's the best way to get in touch
really
with us
is.
anyway. And we've got all of our pictures and our event schedule up on there. David has his phone number up on that page.
Yep.
And you can either get in contact with us via Facebook message, email us, or call or text David. And we respond pretty quickly, so.
You all right there, bud?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, thanks for burping on me. I appreciate that. So maybe a question to ask you is how people want to get involved. How can they do that?
What?
You want to ask them how how if people are interested in doing this, what do they kind of have to do or to go about doing that maybe?
Oh, yeah, what Nathan said.
Yeah, it's your Jordan. I love you, Jordan. I'm trying to help
Jordan
you out
wants
here.
to ask the question that Nate had
Yes,
proposed.
there you go. You want to ask the question?
So,
How can people get involved?
How can people be a part of the cosplayers?
Okay, well, right now we have 2 potential members getting ready to join us. But if you are interested and you're local to the Fort Wayne area, or even just around Fort Wayne, like I said, we do stuff
Northeast
in
Indiana area.
yeah, we do
Northeast
stuff in
Indiana.
Elkhart. I mean, we've gone all the way to Valpo before, which we don't really want to
Ugh.
do that.
Yeah.
But we have done it. So if you're local to the Northeast Indiana area, you can just get in touch with us. We ask that you attend 2 public events and then interview with us. Since we're not an official 501c3, we can't do
We can't take
background checks or
right.
anything like that. So we just ask for volunteers to let us know. Don't just show up to an event randomly.
let us
Let
call,
us
email,
know.
Facebook, right?
Yeah.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah, to any of our public events, like for instance, Canal Days or the Three Rivers Festival would be considered public events. And then once you show up to 2 events and you interview with us, if you just want to be kind of a background person and maybe help out the costume characters, because sometimes, like especially David with his bat suit on, he has a lot of trouble hearing or seeing some things or maneuvering or really
because
doing
he's almost
anything
literally-
at all.
Yeah, you're almost blind as a bat, right? Oh, you beat me to it. You know me too well.
We need handlers, and we also do need costume characters. So if you're interested in that, we ask that you provide your own costume, make it family friendly, and we ask that you put some work into it, not just like go out to Party City and just purchase whatever you see on the shelf. We want some good quality costumes, and if you ever need help with any of that,
we can give you resources.
and we're both very helpful. So just get in contact with us.
Is it only superhero cosplayers or just any type of cosplay?
I'm really glad that you asked that question.
Yes, we do all kinds of characters. Again, family-friendly characters.
Right.
But we mostly, he and I do superheroes because that's just kind of our thing.
Right.
But we also have Jack Sparrow. I've done some princesses before.
So let me ask you this. So probably the Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad is probably not a friendly
I would
one.
say if you're gonna do Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, make sure your shorts actually cover your rump.
Right. Yeah. So
And
that's
make
an
sure
example.
your
Probably
t-shirt
is.
is not see-through.
Yeah.
But I mean, even like famous video game characters, like say Cortana from Halo
Right,
or something.
right.
Obviously, in the video game, she's not exactly appropriately dressed. But if you can make that in a family-friendly costume, go for it.
Right.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's really all that we say, because we are mostly doing stuff with kids.
Right.
Kids, you got to think about where their eye level is
Yep.
at.
Yeah.
You got to think about, if they're up on you, are they going to be jerking on your skirt and or your cape? And so there's a lot of things to consider. But again, if you're interested in any of that, just give us a call or contact us over Facebook or email, and we'll talk to you about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. But he's stealing the mic.
I had a question too.
Sure.
Is there room for another Batman? Because I
There
have
is. Yes.
great, because I have a Batman costume in storage right now.
Nice.
A store-bought one.
So is it a store-bought one
Yeah.
now? So you're gonna have to do a little modification.
He's missing
to it.
the yellow belt, so he'll
way to go. It's like
modify
one of
that.
those. It's like one of those plastic yellow belt one thingies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Even if it is store bought, if you can add something to it to make it more authentic or more believable,
Right.
or, you know, just less flimsy, we ask that you do that. But as far as duplicate characters go, we welcome all characters. It's not just one Batman, one Harley, one Joker, or anything like that. We can have multiple Batmen at an event, or multiple Avengers or whatever. It doesn't matter, because to us, it's more about going out and serving the community. And maybe it's a bigger event where we could use two of the same costume characters, one over here and one over there.
We get a picture with somebody, and everybody's huddling around this.
And there's different versions of every costume. I mean, no two costumes are the same.
Exactly.
So even when you get a bunch of Harley Quinns in the room, there's the classic, the Suicide Squad, New 52, and even within that, people are very unique with how they make
and the
their
Arkham
costumes.
one too, the Arkham Asylum.
The video
games.
Yeah.
I think Catwoman's a pretty safe cosplay to do because it's basically all black.
Yeah.
As long as it's not too tight.
As long as you zip up the costume.
There you go. You got a friend.
Yeah, our friend Allie, I think
Allie
she's
J.
just...
Cosplay. She
Allie J.
does
Cosplay.
a really good conservative version of Catwoman. She's fantastic.
And she's able to be sexy without being
risque.
Her
characterization of
so and especially with like those super tight costumes like Spider-Man or something, you know, there's underclothes that you can wear to make things kind of compact and make it more conservative.
Sure. So I have a question for you. I don't know if we touched on this, maybe we did, but what made you guys want to do something like this? Like why why do you like doing this?
And I'll answer for me.
Why don't you answer for you?
Okay.
They're so cute.
Well, I'm just a weirdo.
Well, I mean, I knew that I was going to say it, but now you say it, she's kind of weird.
Secret's out.
No, like, I think I remember being, like, super little and dressing up like Peter Pan for the first time and, like, putting the belt around me and the tights and, you know, taking on the character. And then after that, it went to, like, just zombies and vampires and then eventually got to, like, Beetlejuice and Joker and Sweetie Todd. Harley's actually the first female cosplay I've ever done.
She does a really good version of Tony Stark.
Yeah, that's great.
I do a lot of cross-playing. That's where that's kind of
and it's funny the looks you guys get because you guys are married and everything.
I know.
And you go show affection, they're like, wait a minute, what?
Actually,
it's
we
great.
went to the premiere of the Avengers #1.
Was it?
Ultron? Okay, it was #2. I was dressed as Tony Stark and he was Captain
Steve
America.
Rogers.
And we were like, every time that we leaned in to kiss, there were like girls that were going, ooh! And I'm like, oh yeah.
You're like, oh, wait a minute.
Male right now.
Right, yeah. You're like, oh, I'm betraying a male, so.
But yeah, so
You're having somebody's fanfic come true, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is real life, guys.
Yeah. So when I was growing up, I would look at these movies and these TV shows, and I always just said to myself, I could make that exact same costume for way less and make it look just as good. And that's what I would do.
Guys, he's pointing to her right now with his bat face on. It's great. He's like, oh, totally.
So that's how I got into costume. And I never really got into the female characters when I was a teenager because it's so hard to find a female character that is not risque,
right?
Especially in the comic book universe. And there were so many times where I would just get so disappointed looking at these female characters and saying, I don't want to be hypersexualized. I just want to cosplay. I just want to play around in a costume.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I did a lot of male characters for a long time. And then I ended up doing Harley, and it just kind of stuck, and I got her voice down, and so that's been my character ever since.
There you go.
For mine, I don't know. For me, I've been I've secretly been Batman since like age 5.
I've seen some pictures. They're quite adorable.
Actually,
Breaking news.
Yeah, right.
right?
Surprise.
My very first bat suit was just like the cape and mask, and it was like this one piece. I remember it very finely.
Very vividly.
My mom has a picture of it somewhere.
Oh, I
My
bet
dad
she does.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to look for it.
God bless your mom.
But
yeah.
no, seriously. I think I had watched a film called Legends of the Night, and it was directed by Brett Culp. I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Oh, he's directing another thing soon.
he's-
Sorry, interrupting.
Interrupting.
I was
He's
gonna do the
directing
plug.
Too late.
film. It's called Look to the Sky, and it's about
It's
Superman
about
this
Superman,
time. And it's gonna be at the DuPont.
Yeah, the DuPont,
DuPont
the
Theater.
DuPont AMC location now.
Yeah,
The
AMC.
theater, yeah.
And we're going to be there for the premiere.
Yeah.
Like, we've talked to the theater.
Right.
And Brett. We talked to Brett. And
We talked to
Nice.
Brett about
he
it.
said that he'd love to have us there. So.
It's
Right.
too bad Brett's not going to be here for it, though. I mean,
Yeah.
he's traveling all over the country. He's actually kind of a big guy as far as his reputation is concerned
Yeah.
Mhm.
for charity organizations and stuff. So
Right.
But
Sorry,
No.
I interrupted you. Go
no, that's
ahead.
cool. All the time, honey.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Shut up, Harley. No.
So,
No.
when I watched Legends of the Night, I came across this guy. His name was Lenny Robinson. God rest his soul. He
Yeah.
was so awesome.
Right.
He was the quintessential cosplayer.
Mm-hmm.
He had visited children's hospitals and he did events for his communities and everything. He actually passed away. What was it? 2 years ago?
Something like that.
It
It's-
was, yeah.
2 or
Has
3.
it been that long?
It's been
Yeah.
2 years.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Mhm.
He was just very well known. He was actually the Baltimore Batman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he was just a huge inspiration to a lot of people, actually, to a lot of Batman cosplayers.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
he
fans
was,
in general.
yeah, absolutely. So I remember, like, dressing up and stuff, and Angel and I, we were going to events and everything like that. After I had watched Legends of the Night, I just thought it just started to sink in, like,
We need to do
we got to
this
do
for-
something for our community.
Yeah. Like, how can we use something that we love
To impact the village that raised us, and
Yeah.
and how can we give back? So, what's up?
There you go. That's better.
lean in?
Okay, sorry.
We were picking you up on the other mics, and
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah. So there we go. That's better.
Okay, so yeah, it just my character that I cosplay primarily, obviously, he's just a symbol of perseverance and can impact. He's Bruce Wayne wanted to serve his town,
And he
serve his city.
doesn't tire of it.
doesn't.
I mean, it's really silly when you read the comics and the Joker got out again. Harley's
And
not doing
he
something.
keeps referring
But-
to the death of his parents and everything. But through all of that, through everything that happens,
He doesn't quit.
he doesn't quit.
Right.
So that's kind of my inspiration of cosplaying Batman, and then also giving people something a little extra, something to brighten up their day.
Right.
It's not every day that you can get a picture taken with a superhero
Yeah.
or just be able to shake their hand or give them a high five or something
Right.
like that.
And the thing is, especially kids, when they look at you,
You are that character.
you are that character to them. It's
Yeah.
You have been removed from the movies, from
Yeah.
the comics, and you are now
You are
standing
now
in front of them.
in real life.
And even the older kids, 10, 12 years old, where they start to get cynical about life
Right.
and they
Yeah.
start to not believe things anymore, even then, you can still see the spark of imagination
Mhm.
Yeah.
in their eyes where they're like, okay, I think that's just a guy dressed as Batman, but it could actually,
actually be
Batman.
Right. Like, is that really Batman? But so
Yeah.
so Jordan, is this kind of your dream come true with Harley sitting right across the table from you here?
Are you a Harley fan?
Are you a Harley fan? She's just smiling at me like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get our pictures in later.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of picture, we need a new picture up the website.
Yeah.
I mean, that was that. I mean, although I do. I
And
do
yes,
look pretty
I'm
nice
a
in that.
Harley fan. I'm drawn towards the bad guys, no matter if it's a superhero or not.
Right. You like the you like the
Like Darth Vader, for instance.
right. So speaking of Darth Vader, oh man, I don't know how old I was. Did you guys ever go to Halloween at the zoo? Did anybody? Did you ever
I
go?
did.
Oh my gosh,
No.
did you love that?
I mean,
By the way, shout out to Foreign Children's Zoo.
My cousin used to work there, actually.
Oh yeah.
My older cousin did,
Nice.
yeah.
Speaking of Darth Vader, though, you guys know about the 501st Legion here
Yeah.
in Fort Wayne.
Mhm.
We've done stuff with them before, and we've done this. We've
No.
done stuff with the 501st
No.
down.
John's like, I have no clue.
Oh man, you gotta look.
And you
gotta
call
look
yourself
into
a
the
certified
501st.
dork or
Seriously,
nerd.
they're great.
They're
Yes.
really awesome.
I mean, it's a national organization, but they have local
It
chapters
is.
Right.
all over
They have
the
chapters
country.
all over,
They have
and there's
chapters all over the
a
nation.
chapter here in Fort Wayne.
Right.
And I think at Free Comic Book Day we had a
We had a-
stormtrooper.
Yeah.
And
Darth Vader.
no, it was
Kylo Ren. There was
no,
a
well,
Kylo
no,
Ren.
it was
No, he
a
was-
Knights of Ren. It was a Knight of Ren.
Yeah.
Oh, Knight of
But,
Ren.
yeah, Knight of
And
Ren.
we,
Yeah,
I think
It was
a
a Ren.
Jedi
All right.
showed up later on.
yeah.
But,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jedi showed up.
So
But,
they're awesome too.
oh yeah, that's after we left.
It'd be
But,
They
cool
are,
if
they're
someone
fantastic. Actually-
cosplayed BB-8.
right.
Yeah.
The chapter.
Don't know if you have somebody actually do that. You probably have like a little motion controlled.
Yeah.
Little one.
The
That's
the chapter that we actually did a lot of stuff in San Antonio with, they had 2 R2 units.
Oh, they were so cool.
They
You
were
know-
LEDs and they spun around and everything.
My brother
Fantastic.
actually got a picture with R2 one time. I think it was at they were going there for some appointment, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so jealous."
when we were
Yeah.
when we were at events together and I was in Harley get up, the R2 that they had used to follow me around and like whistle at me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I was gonna think of something else and I totally forgot. Don't you hate when that happens? When you're just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I should ask this.
The other
Yeah.
thing I was going to talk about.
Guess who's old?
You are. You're funny.
The other thing I was going to talk about was how we actually met because
It's funny. We were just discussing this earlier.
because we actually met in cosplay. So the first time that I met David, he was Batman, and the first time he met me, I was Harley
She was
Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
And it was for the midnight premiere of The Dark Knight Rises, and we just happened to be in the same theater, and I gave him my phone number, which I've never done before. And
And look at it now.
after that,
right?
I mean, we just
Thumbs up.
yeah. So that's how we met too.
Yeah. So, well, we're going to wrap this up. You guys have another special guest, so we
Yep.
should probably
Awesome.
go on with that.
Yay.
But yes, so guys, thanks for coming by. Jordan, thanks for having me come by. I appreciate it, and having the Summit City cosplayers, and with that as well. But let's.
should we do-
oh yeah,
should we
definitely.
give
so,
out our contact
yeah. So Dave,
information?
what's the contact information? How can people get a hold of
Okay,
you?
contact information is my phone number, and that's 210-238-3117. 210 is a Texas area code. Don't be thrown off by that.
We also have Summit City Cosplayers at gmail.com and Summit City Cosplayers on Facebook.
on Facebook.
Right.
And then, oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
That's all.
Yeah. And maybe one of these days we'll have a website or something like that too. I mean,
Yeah.
but I mean,
One of these days.
Well, one of these days.
when I get
That's something
free
like that.
time again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What's that? So, but anyway, well, Jordan, I thank you for having us on, and I appreciate that. And
Yes, thank you so much,
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Yes.
This has been
You're
great.
welcome.
yeah. So,
You're welcome.
all right, thanks, guys. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, guys.
And I want to mention too that all the contact information for you guys will be listed on our podcast.
Awesome.
So,
Perfect. Thank
so
you.
you guys are good to go.
Thank you.
So, so thank you guys for appearing on the show tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, our next special guest is from WFFT Local News, Andrew Logsdon. He is our local weather meteorologist. I think I pronounced that right.
Yeah.
So, now Now, is it just you who does the weather on WFFT local?
Nope, I'm the main meteorologist, the lead meteorologist, and I'm on Monday night through Thursday night. Then our weekend guy, Cody Bailey, he's actually counting down the days until he's moving on to another station. He's going to Kentucky, and we actually have a new gentleman who's joining us on June 3rd. His first. I think he's going to be on air before that, but his first weather day will be June 3rd. Caleb Saylor. He's from New Haven, Ball State grad, and he was actually our intern last summer, and he impressed the heck out of us so much that we brought him back.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So, how long have you been predicting the weather?
Well, my first news job was back in 2007. I'm from the Pacific Northwest, grew up in the Seattle area, went to school at Washington State University, and my first news job was in Twin Falls, Idaho, KMVT, way back in the day, and I was the weekend weather anchor and a weekday reporter, so I got to do a little bit of both. Did my 2 years there, and then moved on next for about a year in Joplin, Missouri. This was before the big tornado hit, but what's crazy is we lived in the neighborhood that the tornado hit, so the house we lived in was like 70 years old. It doesn't exist anymore, which is insane. And I did a lot of reporting in Oklahoma, actually, because we're right there on the corners of the 4 states. Then took a little bit of break from news, moved back home to Spokane, Washington, and I got on for a few months with the station in Eugene, Oregon. And then in 2011, got the job here in Fort Wayne, and we've been here ever since then. So into 6 years now. Here in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, that's Fort Wayne is a great city to do, to work in and to be a part of,
and to raise a family in too.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to live in this neighborhood.
Yeah,
I want to live in this neighborhood.
Oh my gosh, these houses! I want to live here too.
Yeah. Did you have any questions?
Not off the top of my head.
So, so you obviously studied for, to get your degree. Did you study here in Indiana, or did you start in?
Well, what I did, I was first going to high school in Western Washington, and my senior year, they called it Running Start, where you do the high school and you do the year at the community college. And I did that, and then went to Everett Community College for my second year. Graduated from there, moved on to Washington State in Pullman, and I did. I was earning a degree in communication, learning all about news. I was going to be a sports guy and everything.
Yeah.
And thank goodness I'm not doing that now. Got my news degree from there in 2004, and it was very hard to get a job at that point. There's a lot of people that go to school for news, want to be a reporter and everything, want to be an anchor. So I'd been a big fan of weather since I was a kid. Back when I was 5 years old, the neighborhood called me Mr. Weatherman, and they would call my mom and ask, "Hey, Andrew, what's the weather going to be?" And I remember growing up watching Steve Poole, who was the chief meteorologist at KOMO Channel 4, the ABC station in Seattle, and he 30-something years later, he's still the chief there, which blows my mind.
Wow.
And so I realized, let's look back into weather. And went back to school online through Mississippi State. Did another 4 years of college after that. So that's a lot of student loans. Awesome.
I know.
Got that degree in 2010, but going back to school is what got me that first job as a weather anchor and a reporter. And 2010, I got the degree and became an actual meteorologist at that point. Yeah. And since then, it's been all weather and all fun.
Yeah.
Actually, Gotham airs on WFFT.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
That's one of my favorite TV shows as of right now.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of which, all right. So for those of you who don't know, WFFT Local actually came out here to actually interview us for the podcast and for Radio for a Cause for a segment called Locally Made Mondays.
Mondays.
Yeah, locally made Mondays.
I for some reason I thought I don't know, I was second guessing myself, but yeah. So so the segment will be airing for locally made Mondays. And Andrew, can you tell us a little bit about what that segment is about?
Okay. Well, we started back in 2012 as a way to feature businesses and people here in Northeast Indiana that are making things, doing things, providing things for people, not just here, but all over the state, all over the country, and even all over the world in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've been to big, huge companies, RV companies that are making RVs, the guy in his garage that's working with wood and making costume stuff and everything.
Yeah.
Groups that are providing services and unique things like your awesome podcast and everything.
Yeah.
And so we do a quick feature on you, and every Monday night for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, we air a story about it. And for many people and businesses, it's a way to get your name out there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's definitely. And as Jordan said, one of her, actually, I guess one of our favorite shows is Gotham. I'm a little bit farther behind than
Obviously.
than actually was on TV, but yeah, and I think the finale's coming up here soon too.
Soon.
So
I'm so
don't
excited.
spoil anything for
I'm
me.
so excited.
Don't spoil anything for
Well,
me.
you better catch up because I can't talk about it if you're not caught up.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that frustrating?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife and I watch a lot of shows. Like, we still have three episodes of season 4 of Orange is the New Black. Season 5's coming out really soon.
Yeah.
We got to finish.
John-
Game of Thrones, is coming out
Yeah.
really soon.
Yeah,
Got to get caught up.
Speaking of which, did you see the new trailer for season 7?
I'm trying not to watch it yet.
Yeah. Not to spoil yourself.
Yeah.
Actually, this week I went back and read some reviews of the season finale of Lost. Back in season 6 that ended the show, and now I'm like, oh, I want to go back and rewatch that again. That was one of the best shows ever.
That show was it was really, really clever. It had great storytelling, and the ending is just like, what? Okay.
They left so many things unwrapped
Yeah.
up, and that's maddening.
Yeah, I almost want to say that J.J. Abrams, he was smart about doing that, but it's almost like he needs to. All these series are being rebooted. Prison Break just got rebooted. 24 got rebooted in January.
You mean renewed?
What?
Renewed.
No. No.
Prison Break got renewed.
They got rebooted. They started a new series.
Yeah, that's what renewed means, John.
Yeah. Okay.
What was that show that aired years ago, and the writer's strike kind of killed it, with the superheroes on NBC?
Heroes.
Heroes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Heroes, yeah. That only lasted for 4 years?
Yeah.
And then NBC just picked it up, or renewed it, I guess I should say.
They renewed it, yeah.
For Heroes Reborn. So, which I haven't watched. I haven't watched Reborn yet. I need to rewatch that show. There's so much shows on Netflix and Hulu. What would you say is your favorite TV show?
Oh my gosh. Well, easy for me. My favorite TV show is Community. If you guys have ever seen that.
Oh, yeah. Bits and pieces of it.
I think it's the best written show ever. The jokes, the joke upon joke upon joke upon joke. I've never watched a show where you have to pause it and laugh for 10 minutes at some stupid Dan Harmon joke before you can move on. I could watch every episode again and again and again.
That show is just pure comic gold. Yeah. So
Never seen it.
What?
Never seen it. Never seen Lost either.
There's
I was young.
Yeah.
I was young. I
I'm
wasn't watching
mid-30s.
that
I'm a
when
little
I was
older.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, obviously you have all summer and I have it on Blu-ray, so
There you go.
Yeah, so there you go.
I have other shows I need to watch first. There's too many. I'm never gonna get done binge watching anymore.
Right.
You need. I think you and I were talking about you need to get into House of Cards.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Season 5 starts actually
soon.
Monday?
Doesn't it start?
I think it starts Monday.
Coming up real soon. Yeah. Like I only made it to season 2 of The League, and I need to keep watching it because it's so funny.
Yeah.
And we want to watch It's Always Sunny, and haven't really seen much of that either.
Yeah. That's such
That's a show I heard about but never watched.
Yeah, because I think The League was on FX, right?
FX, and that was FXX.
Yeah.
And we don't get cable. We're like you guys, Hulu, Netflix, everything like that.
Yeah. That's true. So kind of going back to weather.
Yeah.
Have you ever chased a storm?
I've never actually gone out storm chasing. Prior stations I was at didn't allow it. But, I mean, you'd go out after the storm and get video of the damage and talk to the people whose lives were just impacted. Their house was destroyed. They're devastated. Sometimes it's almost healing to be able to just talk about it and tell us, what you just went through and everything. The closest I've ever come to an actual tornado on the ground, I was working in Joplin. The station itself was actually in Pittsburgh, Kansas. And I had a tornado touch down on the ground and go about a mile south of the station. But it was nighttime, so you couldn't see it at all. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, the big outbreak we had last August 29th, when hit Kokomo, and hit Northeast Allen County and up there.
That day was just crazy.
That was a marginal risk day too. It was kind of like, wow, we didn't see this coming,
Yeah. How many hours did you spend in the studio that day?
Oh, I'm actually in the studio all the time because that's where my desk is at. But I mean, I was ready to go on air for hours at a time. We can only go on for a few minutes at a time. We can't stay continuously on, unfortunately. I would have if that was the case. But I mean, cut in after cut in after cut in, updating people on here's another tornado on the ground. Now this one is stretched. Here's another tornado warning. You got to make sure people know it's coming right for you.
Because and every now and then, when that happens, I see people complain all the time on Facebook, but they don't realize that it's their safety at stake, and it's a FCC rule that you have to actually stay on the air at least when a tornado's on the ground or warning.
Well, like what the other guys can do is they stay on while the tornado warning is up. We can't do that, unfortunately, because we don't have the live captioning that automatically captions what you're saying as you're saying it. So I'm only allowed to go on for 2 minutes at the most without captions. Any longer than that, it violates FCC rules. People that can't hear don't know what's going on, so they need the captions. But if we had that, which costs more money, hopefully we're getting it soon, then I would be on continuously while the tornado was on the ground or the tornado warning was up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're meeting FCC rules because we don't have the cool captioning.
Yeah.
But we're getting there, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, hopefully one day. Hopefully one day.
Well, we're going through a lot of changes. We had a new owner come in the last 4 or 5 months, and already they've rebuilt a lot of the guts of the station. Brand new newsroom. As I understand, a new studio is coming next. My weather center, I've got 6 computers that all do different tasks, and it's obsolete. The company that makes it, a competing company bought it, kind of absorbed it. There's no support anymore. So we're forced to upgrade here. We have to do it soon. So I'm going to get a whole brand new weather hardware, weather software, and everything, along with the new set. So and we're bringing in new people. We have the one show at 10 o'clock at night, but the plan is to add more shows. We don't know if that's a morning show or more an early evening show to compete with the other guys, or maybe even late afternoon. We don't know yet, but more is coming.
Yeah. You guys could do a 4 o'clock show. I don't.
A lot of Foxes do that.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Or, well, actually, I guess that wouldn't really work because I used to live in Crown Point for 4 years, and so we got Chicago stations. And our local Fox station did their 9 o'clock news, but that's because they're on Central Time. So I was going to suggest maybe doing the 9 o'clock news, but then that might upset a few people. So, so you don't want to do that. So, well, did you have any other questions? Or actually, did you have any questions for us, Andrew?
I want to know who the coolest guest you've ever had on the show is. Those last 2 cosplayers were fantastic. They had a lot of cool stories.
Yeah.
Who's the best guest you guys have ever had?
I've got to say probably the cosplayers.
Although our intern's funny. He
Yeah.
doesn't dress up.
Yeah. Like, you know, like.
Well, he might dress up. He could be a fat Robin. He's gonna hear this later. Oh,
Wow.
You've got Val Kilmer Batman, you got George Clooney Batman, and then you have Fat Robin.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just too funny. Yeah. I had a thought in my mind, but I forgot what it was gonna be. But yeah. Well, we have 5 more minutes. Do you want to do you want to in the podcast, or you want to kind of focus on some other, like, I guess update people on whatever?
Well, there's not a whole lot going on other than drama that has hopefully been resolved. It might be reopened after that comment, but I doubt it. Stupid fidget spinner.
Yeah, those fidget spinners have really shown up everywhere. Like, I love them, but they'll probably be at garage sales in 3 or 4 years.
Okay, so I'm in my mid-30s. I've never really felt old. This is the first time I felt old and out of touch, because it seems like these fidget spinners just came out of nowhere. And I mean, at least, things like Reddit and stuff, you're only in the know with these sort of things, fairly quickly. All of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, here's these things. And now my kids have them, and I'm like, where did this come from?
Yeah. How old are your kids?
My girls are 8 and 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're at a very funny age.
And they have fidget spinners that young?
Oh my gosh. Well, they got grandma's got them iPads a few years ago, so they watch a lot of YouTube. So they learn about a lot of toys, and I'm pretty certain they saw a lot of them through there. They play games like Roblox and stuff, and it's funny because they're both logged into YouTube through my accounts. So when I sift through YouTube, I've got to go through all these toy videos and things like that. And
yeah. And do you remember VHS?
Oh yeah. I grew up. My house, we had a Beta VCR. I still remember having the old Winnie the Pooh movie on Beta and this Chip and Dale movie on Beta.
Oh yeah, I remember Chip and Dale's and Tailspin and Darkwing Duck.
Oh, this is even before Rescue Rangers.
Yeah.
This is the original Chip and Dale.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The original Chip and Dale, like the actual shorts.
Yeah.
Like the. Oh wow.
Yeah, these were 80s tapes.
I was born in the 90s, so.
Yeah, I was the late 80s baby, so yeah. So
I guess we'll be back next week.
With we don't really know who we're having next week, so but yeah, we wanted to say thank you for from WFFT local to have Edward Logsdon on. Once again, check him out every weeknight on WFFT local news, first at 10. And obviously, I mean, most of you are probably watching Vox already, so get your news first at 10. And we also wanted to thank the Summit City cosplayers for coming in. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed the footage that we had of them. So for everything and anything, I'm DJ Grammy signing off.
I'm Jordain Queen signing off. See you guys next week.